Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another BIZBUZZ Live. We're live here on LinkedIn, live here on YouTube. We'll give you a second to filter in the room because we're, again, having another good conversation today around the workforce and the work world and employment and what you have to do to make more money. That's why we're here. We're having this conversation today. So stick around for today's conversation. Share this with a friend that wants to get out of their job, and let's have a conversation around how we're going to go off and make some money. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of BIZBUZZ Live. I'm your host, Chris Muzan, helping you through all things finance. Again, I appreciate everybody that's continued to check in, continue to send messages, continue to ask questions, all those good things. We love them. Thank you so much for being able to do that. I'm grateful that I get a chance to help and provide value where I can along a lot of these financial conversations you might be having. I always say you're having a financial conversation with someone, you're probably just not having it with a financial professional, right? You might be having the conversation with someone that's in your family who you just respect or like. Maybe you're having it in your head, maybe you're having it with coworkers, but typically we're having conversations around money, but we're not doing it with a professional in the area. So we maybe aren't getting the right insight or aren't getting the right guidance. That's what I'm here to do for you, right? Is to make sure that you have a resource. Been doing this going on almost 14 years now. I've had the privilege of being able to sit down with people and from all walks of life, from all socioeconomic backgrounds, all levels of financial status, from people that make $20,000 a year household income to people that are making $500,000 a year household income, and everything in between. People ages 18 to 85. I actually work with some teenagers too, right? That their parents know me, or right, I know them, and so they put me in front of their child. But at the end of the day, it's all the same stuff. It's building our financial foundation, right? That's what we're here to do, build our financial foundation. And one of the most crucial parts of your financial foundation, ladies and gentlemen, is your cash flow. It's your cash flow. It's how much comes in and how much goes out. And because of that, we need to focus on it. Our society, our industry has done a great job of teaching people how to keep more of the money that they're making, budget, save money, how to get out of debt, all those things, right? Like, I think our industry has done a good job of it. Here's where our industry and our society has not done a good job. We've not done a good job at teaching people how to earn money, how to make it. You see, the problem that we're running into in our society at this stage of recording this Friday, June 5th, 2026, the problem that I'm hearing when I sit down with people, the problem that I've addressed, right, when I'm kind of coaching people through this, is we don't know how to make money. We've been conditioned because of the time that we grew up in to say, go to school, get good grades, get a good job, get some higher education, master's, bachelor, right, PhD, whatever, get a better job that pays you all the benefits needed so that you can live a lifestyle that you want. That's how we've been conditioned to earn money. 90% of people have been conditioned in that way. That doesn't work anymore. And we're going to talk about it, but you can look around and see how that's not working for people. There's very, very few. I'd be curious, drop some comments in here that you followed that method and financially your life is good. You went to school, did well, got some higher education, got a good job, and now have worked your way up the corporate ladder. And now financially, you're in a really, really good spot. No student loan debt, right? No major debts, can save and invest money, yada, yada. There's very few people that have followed that path and actually made it. In 2026, we might have to give people a different path. That's what I'm proposing. Let's not complain about the economy. Let's not complain about how high gas is or how high prices are for food or whatever it is. Let's not complain. You're all correct. They're all really high. Here's where you're not equipped financially is how do you go make an extra 3 grand next month? Because things are so high, how do you go make extra money? That is your financial literacy. That's your financial education. Unfortunately, they just never taught us how to go do it. They never taught us other methods of making money. They never taught us other industries, all types of things. They never taught us that. They taught us to go to work for someone. That's what our school system was built on. And now in 2026, we're like, man, this isn't working. We're about to, burn down the government. But it's like, they just failed to give you this piece of information. There's people out here that are doing well. Typically, they own some stuff. They own some assets. They own some businesses. They own some cash flow and real estate. Like they own some things. And they didn't just get those things in the last year, 2 years that are cash flowing. Like that's been their mode of operate. Like that's how they've gone. They're like, hey, we probably need to buy a business. Hey, we probably need to start a business. My wife and I started a business 14 years ago. Right? We saw the writing on the wall. To get to the life that we want, we had to control our income. We didn't buy it. And again, I come with degrees. My wife comes with degrees. I have an associate's in culinary arts, bachelor's food service management, went to college, got the student loan debt, came out, worked in my industry, started rising in the corporate ladder in restaurants, like the whole nine, right? Like I followed the path until one day I realized this isn't going to get me to where I want to go. More importantly, this system of a job, they don't even care about me. I'm just a number. I'm just the next person. They'll fill this spot in a second, in a heartbeat. And so once I understood that, I shifted my thoughts and I shifted my path. And I said, hey, we got to go this direction. Was it easier? Absolutely not. I'm not the guy to get on here and tell you like, oh, being an entrepreneur is so much better because you get, no. If you don't like your job, you might not like being an entrepreneur either. You might just not like work, right? Like in general, because it takes more on this side. The difference is you control it. So you don't have to worry about getting laid off. You don't have to worry about a pay decrease. You don't have to worry about a annoying boss. You don't have to worry about them being inconvenient when you want to travel or you want to do something that you got to ask for time off. Like those are the benefits. The benefits are not medical, dental, 401k, paid time off, flex savings plan. Like that's when you're on the plant. I mean, when you're at the job, those are your benefits. When you're over here, the benefits are you don't have to answer to anybody. Maybe your customers, maybe your clients, but you get your time. You get to structure it the way you want to. No one has to tell you where to be. No one tells you how much you get paid or can get paid. All of it's on you. The issue is you're not equipped to do that. You don't even know what that life is like because we've been conditioned a different way. And that's what we got to really talk about. I always want to provide value. I have my pulse on what's happening out there, y'all. I have my pulse. I talk to hundreds of people probably a month, right? And everyone kind of has the same story. They're not making enough money. So they can't do anything. They can't save. They can't budget. Their budget is already budgeted. They can't save any money. Their debt is rising. They can't pay down their debt. They can't buy the house they want to buy. They can't vacation. Like it's all probably like the same stuff. I'm here for solutions. You guys know some of the problems. Or maybe you don't know the problems. Maybe you don't. Let me share this with you real quick. Young lady I found over here on TikTok. And I want to share it with you. Take a listen.
Who has been working in the corporate world since I was maybe 20. And I can say that I'm tired of it. I'm tired of working in an office. I'm tired of working the 8 to 5 schedule. I'm tired. I cannot do this for another 30 years. I'm only 30 years old. Who knows when I'm going to be able to retire with how the world is going. I can't do it anymore. I'm so sick and tired of working. And then another thing, like, do people like their jobs? Like, is there anyone out there that can say I love my job? Because I'm struggling. I have my bachelor's in psychology. Don't know why I got it in psychology, to be quite honest with you. As silly as it sounds, I'm a 30-year-old that doesn't know what they like. And I feel like now I'm stuck. I'm a 30.
Sound familiar? Hmm? Sound familiar to you at all? There's so many people that have that story. There's so many people that are 30 years old right now that are in their late 20s, early 30s that are like, yeah, I don't know what to do. I can't do this for the next 30. Whatever recipe they just sold me of go to college, get a psychology degree or whatever degree just to go to college and then come get a job and work in the corporate world and do this 8 to 5 thing for the rest of my life. Like for the next 40 years, I've been doing it for 10. I got to do it for another 30. There's no one signing up for that anymore. But what's the alternative? If you're not signing up for that, then what are you signing up for? What's the alternative? Right? Like, I think this is the question we have to pose. If you don't know that there's a problem out here, we got to start to look and take a look at, like, man, like what's actually happening and how do we fix it? Here's a poll that we took over here on LinkedIn, right? A poll that we took over here on LinkedIn. It actually says, right, and how are you feeling about your work right now? As we just went through months and months of layoffs. The first, you can go back to any of these BizBuzz shows, right, for the past 90 days, and I'm sure we talked about layoffs. You know someone that got laid off. You read about someone that got laid off. You have a friend, a coworker, a cousin, your spouse, your parents, someone just got laid off recently. So we threw out this poll. How are you really feeling about work right now? Only 22% said they feel energized about their work. Now, we didn't say specifically your job. We just said your work. So this could be someone that says, hey, I'm energized about the work that I'm doing. It could be in their own business. It could be because they're self-employed. Most people, there's no one that answered that they're burned out. Here's the big ones, though. It said 22% said they're going through the motions, and 58%, is that 58? 56% says I'm quietly planning my next move. I'm quietly, more than half of the people that responded to this said, I'm quietly building my next move. So what's your next move? That's the question. What's your next move? If you're quietly building it, what is it? Is it to go back to a job? Is it to have a second, third, or fourth job? Is it to get promoted in your job? Is it to move to a different, a similar company, but just different? Like, what's your plan? And why is it important to have a plan? This is where the solutions come in, ladies and gentlemen. If you know you have a problem, then we have to have a plan for it. We have to have a solution. We have to go that direction. If we don't like our jobs and our jobs are not paying us and people are slowly planning their exit, then what do you have to do to actually exit, to actually go make more money, to actually have more security in your life? Here's the formula. I did this in a video yesterday, but it's good that I get a chance to talk to y'all here, right, on LinkedIn and YouTube about what it is that your plan is. You can choose to listen to me or not. I've just helped a ton of people do this with this process, but it's up to you. Easier. It's going to be easier coming from me than it is doing it for you. Okay? Like, again, something we have to get in our mind and we have to resolve is that none of this stuff is going to be easy. Nothing I'm about to tell you is like, oh, here's the magic pill and you're rich tomorrow and you have a business tomorrow and life. Nope, that's not how it works. This girl suffered for 10 years in corporate America. You want everything to be different tomorrow. You went to school for 6 years, right? 4, and then you got your master's, another 2. Like you went to school for 6 years. You came out, you started making $62,000 a year. You want your business to make you 500,000 next month, right? Just not realistic, but it's possible. Here's the work. Here's the solution. Here's exactly what you got to do. You ready? Number one. Number one, you got to change your mindset, right? You got to upgrade your mindset. I'm going to write that so y'all can see it. Mindset. Save. Not that one, this one. Mindset. There we go. Number one thing, you got to improve your mindset. We make money. Our money grows to the degree that we do as a person. Our money grows to the degree that we do as a person. So likely, whatever money you've made over your life, that's your identity. If you'd like to make more money, you probably need to upgrade your skill set. You need to improve your mindset. You need to think higher of yourself. You need to work twice as hard on yourself as you do at your job, on your own mindset, right? Like, on your mental toughness, on your emotional intelligence, on your character flaws, on your traits that are hindering you. Maybe it's your anger. Maybe it's your patience level. Maybe it's your health life. Maybe it's your finances. Like you need to work on you before you start thinking about external, the business idea, that thing, all the stuff. Work on you. Where do you need an upgrade? Where do you have some, what I call stinking thinking? Where are you more negative than you need to be positive? That's the number one place. You got to start with mindset. Everything starts with mindset. Pastor Darius Daniels always says, we go to the next level head first. If you want to move to the next level in your life, in your business, in your finances, and whatever, we go there head first. That means it starts here, and that's how we then move ourselves up. So that's actually the first place to start. I know, easier said than done. I know you want the magic pill. This isn't the magic pill. This is not going to happen. It takes time to override your negative thinking. But we become what we think. We become what we think. I want y'all to understand that, okay? We become what we think. So it's important to know that you got to upgrade this mindset in order for you to get to the life that you want. I host a morning mindset call every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's scrolling right down here on the bottom. If you want to use that link, it's bit.ly/UA morning mindset. If you want to go there, you can register and jump on for free every Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning and get your fix of your mind right. You have to get this right in order for you to get to a different place in life. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And so if you want your financial life to change, you want your job to change, all this stuff, we got to start with our mindset. All right. That is number one. Okay. Number one. Second thing that we need to pay attention to as a solution to get you out of the life that you want or out of the life that you have into the life that you want is you have to upgrade your skill sets. Upgrade skill sets. Skill sets. Save. Show. Skill sets. Upgrade your skill sets. We make money at the level of our skill set. You make money at the level of how valuable you are to the marketplace, your skill set. If you are an electrician right now and you've been doing this for years, your value to the marketplace is higher because of your skill set that's needed. We need electricians. We need them in our society, in our country, to build infrastructure, all the things. So where 10 years ago, you might not have made as much money for that skill set, now in 2026 and beyond, you will make more money for that skill set. That skill set is more valuable to the marketplace. And because of that, they will pay you more. So we have to upgrade our skill sets. Why? Because the skill set you have doesn't pay, obviously. It's not the job. It's what you do at the job. It's your skill set. How important are you? How valuable are you? Why does someone get paid $30 an hour and someone gets paid, the CEO, $150 million a year? Why? Not because as a human they're different. It's because from a professional standpoint, their skill sets bring more value to the company. The CEO's skill set brings more value to the company because it's going to make that company more money, put them in leadership, have them assemble a good team. They're the driver of this boat, of this bus, right? Like the CEO is in this like steering wheel. The worker, the people that get paid $20 an hour at the company, they're not as valuable to the company moving the needle. Your skill set that you get paid for, even though you're good at it, it just isn't overly valuable. That's just being real. Like it's just not overly valuable anymore. Just like if you have a skill set of being like a cobblestoner, it's not valuable anymore. 100 years ago, you possibly were one of the most valued people in your community. Now it's not valued anymore. We make money at the level of our skill set. So if you're not making money in the way you want to, you got to upgrade your skill sets. Find out what skill sets are needed in today's society and beyond. What things should you be working on? And then you have to go to work, starting to work on them. You have to actually work on them. I know the only place we know how to learn is the institution of school. Oh, I got to go back to school. No, self-education. You don't know how to learn. You don't know how to teach yourself things. You don't know how to read a book, consume information, do research. That's another problem in and of itself, but that's a skill set. You got to go back to learning. See, the jobs kind of dumbed us down a bit. They made us into these almost like mental robots, right? Where we don't even know like what to do or like outside of that. We get fired from a job. We go look for the same job. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Like just from a logical standpoint, I got fired from this position in HR. So I'm going to put my resume up here on LinkedIn to get another HR position with another company. I'm just praying that they're more stable than this company. Why would we do that? I know why. It's because we don't know how to upgrade our skill sets without going back to college, without going back to school, without someone telling you here's what to learn and how to learn it. I told you this wasn't going to be easy. There's no magic pill, but this is the right answer. First, you upgrade your mindset, then you get new skill sets. That's the second part of it. Easier said than done. I get it. But if you're really like this girl that we watched in the video, sick and tired of working in corporate America, the 8 to 5, well, then this is how you transition out. Otherwise, what's your plan? You're going to work there for the next 30 years? You're going to keep being miserable? You're going to get sick? Like, what's going to happen? So you got to start doing the work. So we got mindset. We got skill set. Third one is your network or your connections. You need to improve your network or your connections. Said another way, you need to shake new hands. You need to meet new people. New conversations lead to new opportunities, lead to new money. New conversations. See, the problem is you have the same conversations with the same people over and over again. Ask yourself, right? I'm not talking at you, right? I'm just helping you through the process. You probably talk to the same 10 people every week, every month. The same coworkers, the same family members, the same friends. That's your network. Your network is your net worth. So evaluate your circle. Who you talk to the most? Who you around the most? Who you taking information from? Who you kikiing with? Who you gossiping with? Who you angry with? Who you sharing news with? What's your conversation like when you're at the job? Who you talking to? What are you talking about? If you make new connections, it'll lead you to new opportunities. It'll lead you to a new life. It'll lead you to new money. I just gave this on my morning mindset talk this morning. I said, hey, imagine you made $100,000 a year, right? Imagine you make $100,000 a year, but everyone in your network, all of your connections, all of your friends, all of the people you're around make $1 million a year. That's your network, right? Like not just like, oh, I know that person. No. Like you go to dinner with them, you know their family. Like these are your people, just the same way you know your people today, your coworkers, your family, your friends. What if you made 100 grand and everyone in your network made $1 million? How quickly do you think you'd make $1 million? Quickly. Why? Because that's your network. The conversations you're going to have that you're just going to what industry are you in? Oh, what business is that? Well, how does that work? Well, you have a relationship with that person at the bank. Oh, you'll connect me. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Right? Like because they're already there, so you will catch up. Problem is when we have our own network and our own connections, they keep us right here. The people around you make about the same money as you. Be honest. The people around you, even the people at your job, like that's why you're all at the like similar positions. You probably all make about the same amount of money outside of your boss or whatever it is. Look at your friend circle. You probably all make about around the same amount of money. That's how our society works. So if you want more, if you want better, you have to get around better. If you want to improve your financial life, you have to get around people that are improving their financial life. If you want to get better in your health, you have to get around people that are healthier. If you want to improve your marriage, you have to get around people that have healthy marriages. Like you have to consume whatever you want to become. And so your network, your connections, the people that are around you have you where you are in life. So after we've focused on mindset and after we've focused on skill set, we have to focus on our network, the people that we're around. How do we have new conversations with new people? You know, I had a mentor a long time ago tell me this. For any of you that are entrepreneur minded, that are thinking about entrepreneurship, you're thinking about building a business, you want to know the fastest way to make money? People ask me this all the time. What's the fastest way to make money? Solve rich people's problems. You want to know the fastest way to make money? Solve rich people's problems. If a wealthy, rich, financially established person has an issue, they will spend money on it because likely they don't have time. If you don't have time, you probably have money. So if you need some money, then you have to go be valuable to the people that have the money. You've chosen to be valuable to the job, to the institution. You want to know the fastest way to make money as an entrepreneur? Go help rich people with their problems. You know, that's how was it Paris? One of them got started that way. They organized closets of their rich friends, organized closets for their rich friends. That's how they got started. That was the money that they started making. You know that, right? Here's the problem. You don't know any rich people. That's the problem. It's your network. It's your connection. You don't know any rich people. So yeah, me telling you, hey, go solve problems for rich people. Well, guess what is going to force you to do? Go talk to some rich people. Go get around some people that are doing better than you and solve their problems. That's the fastest way to make money. But you got to know how to build new connections. You got to know how to have new conversations. You got to know how to get in new rooms. These are all a part of you learning how to go do this. Very practical ways for us to be able to go and change our life. If you're like this young lady that is, again, 30, I don't like my life. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't like what I'm doing. I don't like my job. I can't do this for the next 30 years. Whatever you're saying, I just gave you the practical step-by-step what to pay attention to. Number one, your mindset. It's in your thinking. If you want to go to the next level, we go to the next level head first. Second thing is your skill set. You get paid at the level of your skill set. You're not as good as you think you are. Your job has inflated your value. Go give your value to the marketplace. See how valuable you are because they will pay you handsomely if you are able to help them, meaning the marketplace, with more things. The reason why Amazon's a big company is because more than half of the world's population uses it. That's why Amazon's big. Is because nearly half of the world's population, you create a business, you have less than 30 people that know about it and you want to make millions of dollars. Amazon has 4 billion people that use their products and services every day. No wonder, right? So again, you got to upgrade your skill set. Third thing, you got to be able to upgrade your network. Your network is your net worth. You have to have new conversations. That'll lead you to new opportunities, and that'll lead you to new money, and that'll lead you to all the things you want to make happen. Practical, step by step. Here's how to go do it. How do you start tomorrow upgrading your mindset? Again, jump on my morning mindset calls. You missed today because it was Friday, but jump on every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have our morning mindset call. Then the skill sets, upgrading your skill sets. That's the next one. Again, we've made this very simple for you. I'm gonna put it up here on the screen so you can see it. We created something called the Financial Clarity Club. All right. We created something called the Financial Clarity Club. What this is this is a group of people, right? A group of us that are all getting together and we are talking about money. We're getting clear financially, and we're going to be in a community where we can now all share information, tips, advice, not like what product is good, like the actual things. Why aren't we making enough money? Where is our money going? We have to upgrade our skill sets by learning money and learning business. We have right sales training and marketing training for the people that want to be entrepreneurs. We have financial coaching and training for people that need to understand their money to start to build wealth. We're going to talk about the things that are going to help you in your financial life. You can hit the QR code that's down there. You can go to bit.ly/financial clarity club to register. But we are creating all the things you need in order to get your financial life to where you want it to go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're here to do. So again, mindset, then skill set, then you need community. You need to get around the right people. There's no use complaining anymore. There's no use just saying, what's the solution? That's the solution. Are you willing to do it? That's the question. Are you willing to do it? I hope you are. If not, let's talk about it. Shoot me a message. Shoot me a DM. Drop some comments here on this post, on this live that we did. And let's talk about it because we're here. We got to get better, ladies and gentlemen. We can't burn it all down. We got to start building for ourselves and our families. And the way we do that is those things I just shared with you today. Stick around. Next Monday, we'll jump back in. Next Friday. Forget what day it is. Next Friday, we'll dive back into another episode of Biz Buzz Live. Until then, peace.